standing for prayers by Pastor Kingudu Dwiga, our Seventh-day Adventist Church chaplain. Karibu.
Let's pray. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth and in Kenyatta University as it is in heaven. Today we come before you, Father, rejoicing because we are alive. We have gone through hard time during this corona pandemic, but the fact that we are here today, we just glorify and magnify your name. I want to thank you, Lord, for Kenyatta University. You have sustained this university over the years. We have gone through hard times, but we want to thank you, Lord, because we are here. May you be glorified. We want to pray, Lord, for the university management. We want to pray for Professor Paul Wainaina and the management team for the wisdom and the resilience that you have given them. Oh Lord, we want to pray for the staff and all the workers of Kenyatta University, the dedicated professors and lecturers, Lord. I want to thank you for their sacrifice and commitment. Oh Lord, may you reward them even 100-fold. We continue committing our continuing students in your hands. Father, may you bless them as they move towards their goal. And in a very special way, Lord, we want to pray for our special first-year students as we go through this orientation exercise, Lord. We pray that they'll find a home in Kenyatta University. We pray that they'll be able to tap. And oh Lord, they will be able to maximize their potential. Father, be glorified, be magnified in everything that we do today. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen and amen.
Amen, amen. We may be seated. Our students who are online, if you could kindly turn off your videos. Turn on your videos if you can, briefly. I would like to greet those of you who can be able to turn on your videos. Vice Chancellor, members of management, our deans, chairmen, chairpersons of departments. This is a good morning as we meet our newly admitted first-year students. Kindly, they can see you, you can see some. Please wave to the students as they wave back to you. Let us greet each other, our students online, and those are greetings. Thank you so much. Karibuni. Vice Chancellor, it's now a moment for entertainment, and this has been organized by Dr. Wambugu, our coordinator at Kenyatta University Entertainment. And on stage, coming on stage, is Dominic Maina Oigo. This is a third-year student taking a Bachelor of Education in Arts. And Dominic will be saying a shairi, Karibuni sana KU chuo bora la ufanisi. Karibu sana Dominic. Tumpe Dominic makofi tafadhali. Asante.
Ya mgambo imelia, mumeisikia wa kwanza, na sasa mumekaribia safari mpya kuanza. Mko maelfu na mamia, KU mmechagua. Karibuni sana KU, chuo bora cha ufanisi. Elimu bora mtapata, ya vitabu na ya maisha. Walimu chuoni Kenyatta wana uwezo usioisha. Ujuzi wote mtapata, mkayabadili maisha. Karibuni sana KU, chuo bora cha ufanisi. Maktaba ya kisasa mtatumia kusoma. madarasa ya kisasa, mtakaa na kusoma. Teknolojia ya kisasa mtatumia kusoma. Karibuni sana KU, chuo bora cha ufanisi. Hakika nawaambieni, degree mtajipeni, talanta mtakuzeni, uigizaji na michezoni, uimbaji nawaambieni, mtaukuza chuoni. Karibuni sana KU, chuo bora cha ufanisi. Tamati nimefikani, mema na watakieni. Mungu awaongozeni, mfurahie masomoni. Elimu iwasaidieni, muwe bora maishani. Karibuni sana KU, chuo bora cha ufanisi. Asanteni.
Asante sana Dominic, makofi tafadhali. Let's give it a better clap please. Thank you very much. We are live on KU TV on this Vice Chancellor's online address. Vice Chancellor, it's now my pleasure to invite the Registrar Academic, Professor Andanje, to make welcoming remarks and then invite the DVC Academic for his remarks as well. Let's appreciate our Registrar Academic, Professor Andanje.
Thank you, Dr. Nawiri. Our Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Paul Wainaina, the members of management, the deans of schools, the chairmen of departments, directors of centers and units who are present, members of staff who are present, our newly admitted students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Vice Chancellor, Sir, allow me to take this opportunity to warmly welcome our newly admitted first-year students to our great institution. We at KU are indeed very delighted to receive our newly admitted students to the KU fraternity, and we are very glad that our students made the right choice to pursue their studies at our great institution. We wish to assure our new students of our commitment and preparedness to take care of their learning needs, as well as to mentor them and assist them to successfully go through their studies. Vice Chancellor, Sir, from the onset, we wish to encourage our students to keep there is some announcement from the MC that those of us who are here, please don't log in because it is interfering with the what is going on here. So kindly don't log on. So Vice Chancellor was emphasizing to our new students the need to keep their focus on the main objective of their joining Kenyatta University. We want to urge them to commit themselves to their studies and aim at excelling at the end of their stay at KU. VC, please allow me to report what has been going on from Monday, this week, that is 5th Monday, that this is the day when we started the online registration for our new students. And this process will go on till 30th of this month. We had initially indicated a deadline of 16th, but we realized that our online system will be open for our students to continue registering up to 30th October 2020. So they have ample time to do so. Sir, your address today to the new students marks the beginning of the orientation activities that will run up to Monday, 26 October 2020. So our orientation exercise begins today with the Vice Chancellor's address, and therefore we would like to take this opportunity to emphasize the need for all our new students to attend all the orientation sessions, because critical information that is relevant to their studies and to their stay at KU will be shared by various speakers, including the deans and directors of centers and units. So the program for the orientation activities has been uploaded on the website, and so we encourage our new students to keep on logging on and visiting our university website for relevant information, for updates, so that they are guided through this process. This will culminate in training of our new students on how to conduct and attend their lectures online. And therefore that training we wish to emphasize will be very important because our lectures will be conducted online for a half a semester, and then thereafter the students will report for face-to-face classes halfway the semester. So please, we urge our students to make use of our website. I will not make a long speech because my role here was to invite our DVC academic, and I want to conclude by wishing our new students a very enriching and fruitful experience at KU. So with these brief remarks, it is my privilege and honor to invite our Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor John Okumu, to come forward so that he can make his remarks and invite our Vice Chancellor thereafter. So let's put our hands together as our DVC academic comes forward. Thank you very much.
Our Vice Chancellor, Professor Paul Wanaina, Kenyatta University, members of the university management who are here, members of the University Senate who are represented here, staff members of Kenyatta University, and our new admitted students. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I take this early opportunity to welcome you all to this special orientation program. To our newly admitted students, university entry is a major milestone towards your career, but remember, only a small fraction of those who finish high school get a chance for admission. For being one of these chosen few, I congratulate you and warmly welcome you to the Kenyatta University family. Joining Kenyatta University guarantees your career success because it's one of the most competitive institutions of higher learning in the country, in the region, and globally. Kenyatta University has an excellent record in giving quality education and services. So you are in the right place. What is standing before you and the start of your dream career is this orientation exercise. This is a very important exercise that will make you start your journey with the correct information, and therefore I urge all of you to attend all the sessions that are aligned for you. You are joining the university at a time when the world is faced with a pandemic whose threat is minimized or reduced by less crowding, which makes it impossible to have all our students on campus. Changes in life and new experiences may cause a lot of anxiety to our new students. For our new students who do not have the benefit of the face-to-face interaction, they don't have the benefit of peer learning and peer interaction, and all this is also coupled with the other technological challenges, the situation can only get worse. But as a university, we are aware of all this, and therefore the orientation exercise lined up for you is meant to reduce your anxiety levels by giving you constant support and guidance to ease this adjustment process. To start us off today in this orientation ceremony is the Vice Chancellor of Kenyatta University, Professor Paul Wainaina. He is a professor of this university in the School of Education in the area of philosophy of education. And in the auditorium here today is accompanied by deans, directors, chairs of departments, staff, and a few student leaders. Now, the Vice Chancellor is the head of the institution, the Chief Executive Officer of the university. But the title carries the word vice, which means is vice to somebody. The Vice Chancellor is vice to the Chancellor of the university, but the Chancellor of the university is an unresident leader. The Chancellor presides over graduation ceremonies and makes occasional visits to the university. And so the leader of the university remains the Vice Chancellor, and our Chancellor of Kenyatta University, is Dr. Benson Wairegi. At this juncture, it is now my pleasure and privilege to welcome the Vice Chancellor of Kenyatta University, Professor Paul Wainaina, to give his address to our newly admitted students, and I request members to applaud the Vice Chancellor as he comes to stage.
Thank you very much, Professor Okumu. Before I start, I would like to ask all the members who are in this room to stand up, and we welcome our dear students. And I would like the students to wave, all of us to wave. Let's wave wherever you are. Our new students, welcome to Kenyatta University. You can sit. Members of the university management, deans and students, members of staff, our new students joining us from all corners of the country, parents and guardians, KUSA leaders, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, students. Good morning. On behalf of entire Kenyatta University family, and on my own behalf, I extend a very well-deserved welcome to all our newly admitted students. I'm happy to note that the university admitted a total of 8,920 students this year. Of these, 6,645 are government-sponsored students, while the rest of the students are self-sponsored, and they are distributed as follows. We have 1,453 undergraduate students, 652 self-sponsored master's students. We have 153 doctorate students, that is students who are coming to do their highest degree in the university, and that is a PhD. And then we also have 7 postgraduate diploma students. These are the new students. Further, the university is expected to register 10 new international students, thereby increasing the number of international students to 900. Markedly, the international students are drawn from countries across the globe, including the US, China, Switzerland, India, South Korea, Germany, Czechoslovakia, Republic, Cyprus, Pakistan, Ghana, Nigeria, Congo, Liberia, Angola, Benin, Cameroon, Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Eastern African Community countries. That is countries like Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda. Among those to be taken through orientation are 83 students of the proposed Mama Ngina University College, which KU was given the responsibility to mentor by the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Education, in October 2016. They are spread across the Bachelor of Science, and that is Computer Science, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Health, and Bachelor of Science, Hospitality and Tourism Management programs. Very good progress has been made in constructing the required buildings and facilities at the college. In the meantime, those students who are supposed to go there are going to be part of us here in the main campus. But we are saying that is actually the college where they were called, but this is a college that is part of Kenyatta University. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you all, our students, for excelling in your KCSE examinations and meeting the criteria for joining this distinguished university. This is a brand university. We are delighted that you are joining Kenyatta University family and welcome you wholeheartedly. As you may be aware by now, we have a wide array of quality and relevant courses of study that meet the requirement of the Commission for University Education and other professional regulatory bodies such as the Council for Legal Education, Nursing Council of Kenya, Engineers Registration Board, Medical Practitioners, and the Dentist Board and Nutrition and Dietitian Board, among others. We are here saying the programs that we have are accredited by the professional bodies. The university also has excellent facilities for teaching and learning, sports and games, creative and performing arts, as well as key student support services aimed at making your campus experience conducive. Indeed, KU teams have dominated national competition in sports, drama, and music for the last 10 years. Our team of teaching and non-teaching staff will take you through these facilities and services in the course of this virtual orientation. Dear students, due to COVID-19 pandemic, this is the first time the university will be registering first-year students online. However, all the necessary arrangements have been made to ensure a seamless process of online registration, orientation, and lectures. Specifically, before the commencement of the lectures, all new students will be trained and guided on online learning. So we are not going to just leave you trying to find out how you can do it. You'll be properly trained, including the orientation that you are having. Kenyatta University is a center of excellence in providing quality education, conducting research, and coming up with innovations. We have therefore been at the forefront in contributing towards the national response in combating the COVID-19 pandemic by coming up with innovations to fight the virus. This includes production of medical facilities by our electrical engineering students and other students, swab, that is the testing kit. We have hand sanitizers produced by our Department of Chemistry. We have face masks and automatic hand washing machines, again produced by a section in our university. But owing to the challenges facing face-to-face teaching arising from the pandemic, the university has developed a comprehensive blended mode of teaching and learning. Through this mode of teaching and learning, the first-year students will commence their studies with the first phase of online teaching and then report next year to complete the semester with the face-to-face teaching and learning. What we are saying is that what we have started, this orientation, after orientation, you are going to go to class. And you'll be taken to class until the end of the year. And when we open in January, you'll be able to come face to face. The teaching will be face to face. Again, to ensure effective online teaching and learning, the university has developed an online learning management system, LMS, where online learning modules have been uploaded for access by both students and teaching staff. In order to reflect a real classroom situation, the online modules are interactive to enable lecturers and students to engage one-on-one. In addition, the university has implemented the Ministry of Health and WHO hygiene and health guidelines to curb the spread of COVID-19 in anticipation for reopening for the face-to-face teaching and learning from 16 October 2020. And here I need to explain to our new students that we have not yet finished the last academic year. So our students are going to come back and do their examination, and this is going to start from 16 October. This is when the first phase of our continuing students are going to be in various campuses in Kenyatta University. So you'll be joined by the continuing students, but while you are continuing with the online, these students will be completing their semester. In other words, they will be sitting their examinations. As I finish, I would like to remind you that as students of Kenyatta University, you will be expected to carry with you our tradition of excellence by working hard and being good ambassadors of Kenyatta University. You should therefore prioritize academic process, ensure you participate in all academic activities, including lectures, strictly adhere to university rules and regulations on student conduct, particularly those on examinations and responsible use of social media. Again, lead active and healthy lifestyles by avoiding drugs and participating in co-curriculum activities, and always maintain a positive attitude in taking or tackling problems that are about to come your way. What we are saying is that Kenyatta University is a brand, and the new students need to take that very seriously. There is a way that our students are expected to behave. You are joining a family with other members, and we are expected to just do so. We have accepted you with both arms, but we expect you to adhere to the tradition of this university. As a university, we shall be there for you as you navigate through your academic journey in Kenyatta University. Once again, welcome to Kenyatta University. Welcome to Kenyatta University family, and God bless you mightily. Thank you very much. I know when Professor Okumu, the DVC, was talking about the people who are around here, I think he forgot himself. He forgot that there is management. And I think because of that, I want to introduce the members of my management who actually helped me to run the university. So I would like them to stand up wherever you are so that I can introduce you to our new students. We have Professor Okumu. Professor Okumu is the person who I just talked to you. He is the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of academic affairs, which is the mainstay of our university. We also have Professor Fatuma Chege. You can put your hand. Professor Fatuma Chege is the DVC who is in charge of administration in Kenyatta University. Then we have Professor Frederick Graveny. Professor Graveny is the person or the Deputy Vice Chancellor who is in charge of innovation, research, and incubation in Kenyatta University. Then we have Professor Andanje. Professor Andanje is the registrar working with the Professor Okumu in the area of academic affairs. They look after you, they look after our programs in the university. Then we have Mr. Gekaria. Mr. Gekaria is the registrar in charge of administration and works under Professor Fatuma Chege. Now, we have Dr. Gachanja. Dr. Gachanja is the registrar in charge of finance and development. We do have a DVC who is in charge of finance and development, and he works with Dr. Gachanja, and that is Professor Muse. I cannot see Professor Muse here, but he is the one who is leading the division of finance and development. We also have Mwenye Pesha, and that is Bwana Mwai is the finance officer. He's the finance officer who handles our money. So those are the members of my management who worked with me. And I'm reminded of Professor Mbunyi. Professor Mbunyi is a registrar in charge of corporate affairs. Actually, she works under my office, and when I look around, I can see some of the work he has been doing. So, karibu sana. And then we have Professor Onywera. Professor Onywera works with the DVC, Professor Gravenia. Professor Onywera is the registrar in charge of innovation, research, and incubation. That is the section of the university that actually help us in terms of doing research. And I think, with the masks, it's very, very difficult to know who is who. I hope I have actually taken care of all the members of my management who are with me here. Thank you. Karibu sana, and you can sit down. Maybe later. Yeah. So I think I'll leave it there. Maybe if there will be some other engagement with our new student, I'll be around for some time. But for now, thank you. And once again, we want to welcome you to this great university. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate the Vice Chancellor for the address that he has given. Let's give it a better clap, please. And as said, our new students, the Vice Chancellor will be available for questions at a later time. We have received a number of your questions on the chat. We appreciate, and we shall be able to respond to them appropriately. Vice Chancellor, did you say you have a word? Okay, thank you very much. So if the Vice Chancellor is ready to exit, that marks the end of our program on the Vice Chancellor's online orientation address to the newly admitted students. We may arise as the Vice Chancellor exits the amphitheater. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for students who logged in online. We had a number of you online, and thank you for those who are following us up also on KU TV. Thank you, and thank you so much. Once the Vice Chancellor leaves, then our members of management can follow our deans and chairpersons of departments. You also can leave at your pleasure, and thank you so much.
She don't care about what's in style. She just likes the way he smiles. It takes more than marble and tile. Living on love. Living on love. Buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme. Living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough. Living on love. Two old people without a thing. Children gone, but still they sing. Side by side in that front porch swing. Living on love. He can't sue anymore. She can barely sweep the floor. Hand in hand they'll walk through that door. Just living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme. Living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much, but you get enough. Living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme. Living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much, you get enough. Living on love. No, it doesn't take much when you get enough. Living on love.
Check. Our students who are still online, that just marks the first part of the Vice Chancellor's orientation address, and the Vice Chancellor has exited. We now move to the DVC's addresses, and during that session, you may also be able to verbalize your questions. So our DVCs are here with you, the registrars, the students, please stay put for this session. Thank you.
dear students, those who are still online, we want to urge you to continue staying online because we want to start our next session where we are going to be addressed by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic. And then after his address, we shall entertain some questions and comments from you. And then after the DVC's address, we shall have the Registrar Academic also talking to you. And during that session, you'll also have a chance to make comments and also ask questions. So we want to welcome you to our next session, where we are going to be addressed by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Professor John Okumu. And it is therefore my honor and pleasure to invite the DVC Academic, Professor John Okumu, to address us. Please remain attentive, listen. There is a lot of information, good information that he has for you. Welcome, sir.
So our dear students, I'm back again. My name is John Okumu. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of academics. And as the Vice Chancellor, before the Vice Chancellor left, he introduced part of his management. And in the university, there are 4 divisions that assist the Vice Chancellor running the university. One of them is academic, and that is the one that is concerned with the programs that you are going to go through. Most of the issues that you will have will definitely be answered by this division. There's also the division of administration, there's division of finance, and there's the division of research. The questions that you had for the Vice Chancellor, we'll still be able to handle them during this session. I'll give a few hints here and there on what you need to know before you continue with the orientation exercise. What we have aligned for you will take care of most of your fears that you had about online registration, online orientation, and online registration of units. So the key people in the university that will concern you now are in the academic division. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of that division, but there's a registrar, the one who I just talked to you. And in the academic division, we also have officers that handle admission. Those are the people you receive letters from admitting you to the university. The academic division also handles your timetabling. You'll be getting your timetable on teaching and examination also online. The teaching program section, this is the section that organizes your lectures when you come to campus and also gives you semester dates. Another key important section in our division is the library. The chief university librarian will be given a big slot to talk to you and explain to you how you will be getting relevant information from the library and how you'll be using the library resources that are available for you from wherever you are. So please, as we go through this, I want you to be careful about the schedule. Look at the schedule keenly, and I urge all of you, as I did before, not to miss any session, because you get a lot of information that will guide you during this process. There is the examination section. This is where, after doing your lectures, at the end of it all, we check whether the teaching that you went through, you learned some knowledge, skills, and this is a bit that I will explain a little. There's a Senate Affairs that handles issues of policy and issues of your discipline in the university. Then graduation. Accommodation is also part of our section, and this particular director who heads accommodation section will also be talking to you, explaining to you how, when you are now coming to campus in January, as the Vice Chancellor explained, you will be allocated accommodation in the campus. So another key person that will also address you is the Director of Student Affairs, or what we used to call Dean of Students. So the Dean of Students or the Director of Student Affairs has a slot where he will also explain to you all the other organs of the university and how they come in to help you settle in the university. And if you have issues that they can handle, they'll let you know how to handle that. At this juncture, this is partly the structure of the academic division, but I urge you to look at the website. In the website, we have given numbers of the key officers. You can reach me via email, you can reach me by telephone, you can reach the registrar by email, by telephone, and we have a call center. This call center is having staff who are ready and willing to help you with any issue that you have with admissions, any issue that you have with registration, paying your fee if there's a challenge. The telephone number of the call centers, of the people who man the call centers, are given in the website. And so we urge you to keep interacting with our website and calling when you have a problem, and all your issues will be sorted. Once you have now joined the university, you have registered, you have paid fees. The next thing will be registering for the courses that you'll do this semester. The university breaks the courses that you do in your 4-year program or 5-year program or 6-year program into units given in each semester. The next level of the structure is the schools and departments. Immediately after talking to you now, all your deans of schools, Kenyatta University has 19 schools, including Dean Graduate School and Dean Distance Learning. So all these deans will be talking to you, all the programs that you have been admitted to. If you are admitted to do engineering or agriculture or education or medicine, all these deans will be talking to you and explaining to you how you are supposed to register the units that you'll do this semester. A number of programs require that each semester you register for 7 units. Very, very few programs require that you register for 8. For example, engineering and a few others. So these deans are lined up, and you can see, if you look at the program that has been circulated online, you have a chance to listen to them. You have a chance to ask questions. So each school has departments in it. So a typical example will be the School of Engineering, the Department of Civil Engineering, the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering, CIT, Computer and Information Technology. So each school has a number of departments in it, and you will be registering in those respective departments depending on what your letter reads, and that gives you the program which you're supposed to undertake in the university. So when the deans are addressing you, they'll be accompanied by the chairman of departments who will further give clarity on the units that you're supposed to register for and how you're supposed to register for them and the other requirements that you may need. So Kenyatta University offers courses at certificate level, courses at diploma, bachelor's, postgraduate, diplomas, masters, and PhD, as the Vice Chancellor clarified a little earlier. Remember that in some programs, you register, you have your school. A good example, and the Dean of Education will spend a lot of time on this, you are admitted to the School of Education, maybe to do Bachelor of Education Science or Bachelor of Education Social Sciences, which was previously Arts, and the Dean will clearly explain this. It will require that in some cases you are in the School of Education doing the common units in the School of Education, but you also register some courses in the School of Pure and Applied Sciences. You also register some courses in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. A typical example is assuming that you are admitted to do Bachelor of Education, Social Sciences or Arts. It means that you will do courses in the School of Education, but you'll also be registering for your geography in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, or Kiswahili, again in the same school. So although you are admitted to the School of Education, but it will be required to register for some courses in the schools that are servicing the School of Education as far as subjects are concerned. This applies to science as well. So you'll be registering for your physics, chemistry, mathematics in the School of Pure and Applied Sciences, and you will be guided accordingly. Fortunately, because of the nature of registration and the nature of things at the moment where you are not able to come to campus, ordinarily students register their units themselves. But this time around, we are going to help you do this, and the deans of the schools will be helping our students to register their units. Only be sure that you attend the orientation program by the schools, because the School of Education, we are introducing some new courses. So probably you are not admitted to them, but after the dean has explained the new courses that we have in the university touching on the competency-based curriculum, so we prepared our teachers differently this time. And this first group, the first years now, who will be admitted to the university to do degrees in education, will have the first opportunity to be trained in the competency-based curriculum. And so you will be the lucky ones, because as you go out there, you will face very little competition in terms of joining the workforce. Kenyatta University students are in three different modes of study. They are the regular students who come full-time in campus, and they are also those who come to campus during the normal times, during the months of April, August, and December. This is called Continuing Education Program, called CEP. This suits mainly teachers who are already working in the field, and they are joining the university. And then again, their dean will give them instructions and direction on how to navigate the system. Then there are those on distance and virtual learning. Again, the dean will be explaining to you how you will navigate that particular process in the university. The next important thing that I want to talk about is a blended mode of learning, which the Vice Chancellor explained to you. Recently, or in the last few months, Kenyatta University adopted a policy where all the teaching in the university, whether you are a regular student, CEP, or the distance and virtual learning student, you have to have some session where you do your course online. We have found this is a more exciting way of giving instructions to our students, so that although if during normal times you are a regular student who is supposed to be in campus throughout, you will still be required to have a session where you interact with the materials online. We have a lot of e-resources And Kenyatta University is taking advantage of this so that all their students have an opportunity to not only just look at the references given to them by their lecturers, but also will be able to get other additional exciting resources online. So for this to work perfectly all right for you, in our letters to you, in our information to the website, we were urging you to have your own computer. We gave the specifications of these computers, and so make sure, because this time, even when you come to campus in January, this computer will be useful because there are some things that you'll be doing online. So for now, make sure that if you have not bought one already, because otherwise this component where you are going to start with online learning will not be effective at all. So whether COVID or no COVID, Kenyatta University has adopted this blended mode of learning. And this will be our mode of doing things. So a computer is a must for one to get maximum benefit from this mode of learning. Attendance of lectures and examination. Once you have gone through your course and the semester is over, we want to know as a university whether learning took place. And we can only know if learning took place by testing you. And before we even test you, I urge all of you to be very familiar with our regulations that we have posted, we sent to you, or are online, that guide your conduct and life when you are in campus. One of the most critical ones is that you're supposed to attend all your lectures and a minimum of 2/3 before you're allowed to do your exams. You are asked to do 100%, but if for any reason you miss some, whether they are scheduled lectures face-to-face or scheduled lectures for online interaction. So for your good life in campus, wherever you are, I know the excitement to see your campus is still there, but because of what the world is going through, we are not able to bring you here for face-to-face interaction. So wherever you are, for a good experience of your life in campus, make sure you do all your assignments. Make sure you do all the cards. They are posted online, whether it's a chart, whether it's an assignment you're supposed to submit. So be sure that you miss nothing, because missing a card or missing an assignment will lead to you failing that particular unit. So the units that you register for, you'll be guided. Majority of your programs, it is 7 units in one semester, and very few of them 8. And where there are 8, you will also be guided, and so you will be helped to register accordingly. So for a good college experience, make sure you go to class, make sure you do your assignments. When examinations are done, just some terminology, which I just want to mention a little. When exam is done, and examination, the integrity of the university exams is so critical for us, because the authenticity of our certificates, the diplomas, and the degrees that we award depends on the integrity of the exams that we give. So in your life in Kenyatta University, if you're not prepared, you better fail. Never, never cheat in your exams. This will lead to an automatic discontinuation. Why I'm saying you better fail, because you'll be given another chance in many of our programs. So when your results are out, you either pass. Pass means you have passed all the units you registered for, or you can have a retake. A retake means, for many programs, you scored less than 40. You'll be given another chance to register for the same course and do it again. If you fail it a second time, you are given a third, final time to do this same unit again. And so that is called a retake. If you fail more than a half of the courses you registered for, suppose register for 7 and you fail 4, you will still do those retakes, but you will be warned. You'll be given something called an academic warning. So if you're warned semester 1, if you're warned again semester 2, you're discontinued. So be very careful with the way you prepare, the way you take your studies when you join campus. And if you fail all the units that you registered for that particular semester, then you are discontinued at the end of that semester. If during the course of your studies in the semester you are unwell and you are not able to do your exams, or you're not able to do a CAT, there's something called incomplete you're supposed to write through your chair of department or to your dean and informing them that you are unwell, you're unable to do your exam, and so you request for an incomplete, which means the following semester or a subsequent semester, when that unit is offered, you can still register for it. There are many, our dear students, there are many student support services in the university. Fortunately, they are all also going to talk to you and explain to you the kind of services they offer. There's the Student Affairs Director, Dr. Magoma, he will be talking to you. There's KUSA, Kenyatta University Student Association, which when you come to campus, you'll also be able to join. This is the student leadership, the student government. They are also there for you because immediately you join Kenyatta University, you become a member automatically. So there's a chaplaincy also in the university, the SDA, Catholic, Protestant, who are also offering all sorts of services and support, spiritual support to our students. There's a counseling unit, there are wardens in accommodation, there are clubs and organizations that you'll be able to join. All these are services that you need to know and be aware of and how they can help you in any given situation. Note when they are going to talk to you. So never miss any of the orientation programs that are aligned for you. There's a very important office here for new students, career and mentoring programs. When you join Kenyatta University, you'll be given a mentor who is a senior staff member. If you have any issue, they can guide you, they can help you settle in the university. But the issues of career, there are some of you who probably are thinking about changing your program. You'll be given an opportunity to do that. But maybe before you do that, you can talk to the Director Career Services, because maybe you want to join a program, but do you have the interest? Do you have the qualification? What does that career mean? So all that will be explained to you, and you can get support from this particular office. That the registrar, I'm sure, will be explaining to you how you will be able to apply to change a course or a program you are admitted to another one of your choice, so long as you qualify and so long as there's space in that particular program. Direct accommodation, again, we'll be talking to you. These are some of the support services that the university offers their students. Please note that when you come to campus, first-year students, as per our policy, first-year students admitted under COOPS are normally guaranteed accommodation. So you'll be asked to apply if you need it. But first-year students who are on self-sponsored will be guided on where to get safe accommodation around campus by the same office or the same directorate. Kenyatta University, again, is known for sports and games. So when time allows, when you'll be in campus, you'll be able to join many of our sporting activities and groups. How are we in terms of staff? We are supported by full-time members of staff, 1,200 teaching members of staff, and about 2,000 non-academic members of staff who support the university in running your affairs. Now, when you are not in campus, when you are in campus, how do we communicate to our students? It is through emails, through the notice boards. So we always urge our students, wherever you are now, to be very, very friendly to our notice boards. And right now, since you are not here in campus, our website. So most of our communication to you will be through the website. So we urge you to be very, very friendly with these organs for passing information to you so that you don't miss anything. And I repeat again, the call center, any issue you have, please don't keep quiet because you can be helped. You can be helped by your dean of the school. You can be helped by the registrar's office. You can be helped by the call center. They are all briefed on all the issues that a new student not in campus may experience. So whether you are trying to pay a fee and you are facing a challenge, whether you are trying to register and you are facing a challenge, you can always be helped by these officers, and the numbers are there on our website. Policy and regulations that guide student conduct when you are in campus or wherever you are right now. We have posted this. We posted this to you with your admission letter. There's a student information handbook. Please go through that. The social media policy, which the Vice Chancellor mentioned, and another document, student life in campus, that when you are here, will also guide your operations in campus. And then there's parents and guardians handbook. So please read all this information that has been given to you to familiarize yourself with the rules and regulations that govern your conduct when you are in campus. Finally, your programs run for different periods depending on how this has been arranged. So each program has a duration of study. Majority of them are 4 years. Other special ones like engineering are 5, medicine 6, architecture 6. All this will be explained by your deans. And remember, in the course description, and that is why this time around you will be assisted to register. There are courses which are core for your program. There are courses which are electives. Since now you are not sure, you will be assisted in registering for all your units this time around. Because now, before you know which ones are core, which ones are electives, the university was aware of the challenges that you are facing, and therefore we have made arrangements for you to have this one done for you. But remember, in future, you will be expected to register your own units so that you take charge of your life here in campus. So I will stop there and we will take questions that you had for the Vice Chancellor, questions from what I've talked about, so that you can clarify them, so that you have a smooth start of your programs in Kenyatta University. Otherwise, thank you very much, and we wish you well, and we wish you a good stay life where you are right now until we see you face to face in January. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, for your address, which has been very comprehensive. I'm sure our new students have really benefited from that address, and he's willing to take a few questions and any comments. So we are ready for that session. We welcome you to do so. Any questions? DVC, there is a question here. Good morning. I am Wairimu Karaya from Muranga and would like to ask when our classes start. I am in the School of Pure and Applied Sciences. So this one I'll answer straight away. Our online classes are scheduled to start on 27th, Tuesday, 27th October 2020. So please take note, 27th of this month. There's another one here. Hi, I am Derek from Kisumu and doing Bachelor of Education. Are we likely to have a break after this semester, or when will we resume, and when and will it be face to face? Yes, it is true. We are going to have online classes up to the end of the year, up to the end of this year, sometime in December, and then we shall have to close for a few weeks. Then come January, we shall be expecting you to report to the campus for face-to-face classes. So please, this information, the schedule is on the website that clearly indicates these timelines. So I would urge you to visit the website, look at the schedule of activities for the semester. DVC, there is another one here. Hello, I am Jen, would like to change my course. What do I do? That's a good question. DVC, again, I think I can take for this one. It is true, there is provision for students who have been given admission through the Kenya Universities and Colleges Center Placement Service to apply for a course or change their course from what they have been admitted to their course of preference. We have made this provision. There is an online form on the website. Please check the website. There is an online form that you will fill, and once you fill it, you submit it, the analysis will be done, and admission or change of course will be allowed or approved based on two criteria. One, that you meet the cutoff points for that particular program where you want to transfer to. The cutoff points are determined by COOPs. And then number two, it will only be possible for you to change. Okay? Yeah. So one, on condition you meet the cutoff points set by COOPs. Then number two, on condition there is capacity for the program where you will wish to transfer to. Welcome, sir.
Just to add that in the change of programs, if you want to change your program from one degree program to another, just like the registrar has explained, two conditions. One, that you qualify, and then number two, that there's space where you want to go to. Then number three, most importantly, if COOPs cutoff, say, was 41 for the program. When you join Kenyatta University, when you are now applying internally, the points are lowered by 1. So from 40, say, to 41, or 39 to 38. So that is an important information that probably you also need to know when you are applying, doing the internal change or the change from one program to the other when you're already a student of Kenyatta University. Thank you.
Thank you, DVC, for that clarification on the process of applying for change of course. Thank you very much. There is another one here. Hi, I am Ayan from Nakuru. Are there scholarships for needy students? Yes, we have some grants set aside for needy students, and we normally, the bursary, I think it's bursary for needy students, we normally advertise in the course of the academic year, and that advert appears in the media where students are at liberty to apply, and there is a scoring criteria that is used to determine really who needy students are, and if you qualify, there's provision that you may access the bursary. So that is what we have. It is only at a postgraduate level when you excel as an undergraduate student where we have scholarships for those who wish to pursue masters and PhD. And again, those scholarships are competitive for those who apply and are admitted for postgraduate programs. Hi, what happens if I get sick during exams? Again, this is a very good question, DVC. When you get sick during exams, you write to the registrar you can write through the chairman of your department to indicate that you have fallen sick during the exams, and you request for what is called, if you are on what is called supplementary system, you request for special examinations so that you can sit those examinations later on at a later time. And if you are in what is called retake, the retake is where if you fail in a given unit, you redo the unit when it is next offered. If you are in that kind of a system, depending on your program, then you request, if you fall sick during exams, you request for incomplete results, in which case the results will not be posted until you write that particular exam at a later date. So all those requests are directed or addressed to the registrar academic. Any other question? I think we have already responded to this one. What happens if I get sick during exams? Another question, DVC is there, not very clear. Duncan Wambugu from Nyeri. How is online practical lessons carried out? As the Vice Chancellor and the DVC academic had already indicated, you should not start worrying about how this will be done, because we shall have a whole week when you are going to be trained on how to take your classes online, including the practical components. The modules, the online modules that have been developed by academic staff have incorporated the practical component in interaction that you will have between your lecturers and yourselves, and therefore will be trained on how that component is catered for. In addition, we are using the blended mode of learning. The first phase, the lecturers may engage you more on the theory aspects, but then when you report for the second session of the semester in January, the practical components will also be addressed. So that is how it will be done. Any other question? Very good questions. I think we are very delighted to receive these kind of questions from our new students. DVC, I can see we have very promising students. Any other question? It looks like they are doing their hands like that, implying that they do not have any other questions for our DVC academic. So DVC, we really want to thank you for that time you have had to interact with our first year students. We believe that they are gaining from what is being shared here. And I can see they are very patient. We want to urge them to continue being patient. The next session at DVC will be the session where the registrar academic, that is myself, will engage with them. And then thereafter, we shall allow them now to have sessions with the deans of their respective schools. So thank you very much for those questions and comments. And thank you for your audience. And thank you for listening to the DVC academic. So just be patient. We are starting the next session in a short while. Thank you, DVC. Our dear first year students, thank you for your continued audience. It is now my turn. My name is Professor Andanje Mwisuha. I'm the registrar in charge of academic affairs, and I'll make some brief address to you, highlighting a few of the things that we do and what we expect of you as students of this university. And allow me to begin by joining the Vice Chancellor and the DVC in warmly welcoming you to our university. It is now your university. You should be proud of that. And also to congratulate you for excelling in your KCSE and being able to join this prestigious institution. I want to begin by indicating that the first leg of your academic journey at this institution began when you received your letters of admissions and your subsequent registration as a student in this university. You have been told the importance of now the current activities, the orientation, are very important because I will not repeat that these sessions are very important for you because key information that will guide you as a student and guide you through Kenyatta University are going to be communicated to you. And therefore, as has already been said, we do not expect you to skip any session. We are having live sessions here, and the deans of schools, who are very key, will again be addressing you through the live streaming channels. So please be there for them because they are the custodians of the programs that we offer at this university. Take note of the schedule. The schedule is very key for you. Check on the website to see the schedule for orientation so that you are acquainted with the activities of each day. So that as you wake up every day, you know what is expected of you and what will be shared in as far as this orientation is concerned. The orientation is running from 12th to 26th of October. That is a long time where very many activities will be undertaken. Again, this program is uploaded on the website. Check and familiarize yourself with it. There are some things that the DVC has said which I may end up probably repeating in a different way, but even if I repeat, please take note that they are being repeated because they are very important for you. So don't look at it as a case of repetition, but a case of emphasis. The channels of communication that we use, you need to know them. In high school, you used to have to attend parade every morning or every other day. In the university, those parades are not there, and therefore you just need to understand how we communicate. which channels do we use? They have been mentioned, and it is up to you to be vigilant in accessing all the relevant information that is communicated from various offices of the university. Nobody will keep calling you to tell you, now this has been released, this information has been shared. It is up to you as a student to ensure you access that information from the relevant channels. The university website has been emphasized. Please, it should be a habit, it should be a practice that you should get used to in terms of logging on to the university website to search for any relevant information. At times we use social media platforms. At the moment, we are using this media here, but we are also connected through the social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Where applicable, please ensure you access the information. When you report to the university, you will find the notice boards as being very important. That is where most of our notices, our memos are posted, including even departmental timetables. They are posted on the notice boards. So this will be very important source of information for you. Keep checking. These notice boards are strategically located in the university, especially at the departments where you'll be taking your programs, at the schools, the lecture halls, and also at the hostels, so that this information reaches all of you. You may also use emails if you are able to log in. For example, the registrar's email, you can still write to us emails on any issue that you would wish to communicate. So take note, those are very important channels of communication that we use within the university. The DVC has emphasized on the need for you to read various university documents, some of which he has mentioned, and we expect that you access all these documents, especially the student's handbook. The student's handbook has very key information, especially that guides you as a student. And it is a very important document, the social media policy, and all these documents, again, are uploaded on the website. Especially, you need to click on the resources key. If you visit the university website, there is what is referred to as resources key. That is the key that you click on, and then you are able to access all those documents. Please spare time during this time of orientation to read those documents so that you familiarize yourself with the operations, the procedures, the rules, the regulations, and the policies of the university. Again, the DVC has talked a lot about payment of fees. Your journey as a student began in earnest with the registration as a student, which you have already done now. For those of you who are online now, you have already registered. And this is followed by payment of fees for the semester. So once you have done that, the next activity before you start classes is to ensure that units are registered. Probably you might be wondering, what is a unit? What is a unit? What is a course in a university? This is a terminology that we are not used to. A unit is a content area. It is a content area in your program, in your academic program of study, that is covered or taught and examined within a semester. So that content area is within your academic program in which you are taught and then examined within a given semester. Because every semester will have its own units that are determined by the departments where your programs are housed. Those units are determined from the program that is designed for your study and determined by the chairman and offered per semester. So these are the courses or the units which are scheduled in the student's data management system, the learning management system that the DVC has talked about. And once they are scheduled in the data management system, the student is able to click and register for those particular units every semester. So that throughout the semester, you are acquainted, you are aware which units are being taught for your program, and those are the same units in which you are examined. So take note that beginning next semester, you'll be required to do it yourselves. This time, as the DVC has said, we are doing it at the school level for you to avoid any confusion on your part. And until you come and have face-to-face classes where you'll also be trained on how to do it by our Directorate of Information Communication, ICT, Information Communication Technology. Now, the other aspect that I really want to emphasize on is adherence to deadlines. Adherence to deadlines. As a university, we operate, our activities are carried out or undertaken within specific deadlines. And these deadlines have to be honored by all students. It is therefore mandatory that you adhere to set deadlines to avoid the adverse consequences of not doing so. Because if you do not, then you are likely to suffer the consequences of not adhering to those deadlines. For instance, some of the main university activities for which deadlines are set include, one, deadline for fee payment. Every semester, the university sets a deadline within which fees must be paid. And failure to do so will require that you call off the semester. If you do not pay fees within the deadline, and then you will be required to call off that particular semester so that you report in the subsequent semester when you are able to honor the set deadlines. The other area where we set deadlines is the deadline for registration of units. This one, the registration of units, a window is opened when you access the system to register the units that have been set aside for you for that particular semester. And once that deadline lapses, the system is closed. Therefore, it is mandatory and important that all the time you know these deadlines so that you adhere to them. For this semester, for example, the following deadlines have been set. If you look at the schedule that is already on the website, it has specific deadlines for the various activities. The deadline for fee payment was set to be 16th of October, but as already earlier announced, this will go on up to 30th. So after 30th, the system will close, and thereafter you can no longer, you can pay fees, but you will not be in session. Then the deadline for unit registration, this one will be done for you, but we had set it, the deadline for 21st October 2020. And then the most important time frames for you during the semester are the timelines within which you are supposed to take your continuous assessment tests. As a student, and in every program, we recommend a minimum of 2 continuous assessment tests being administered by the teaching staff for the various programs. Some teaching staff may administer more than 2, but the minimum we have is 2. When you look at the schedule that we have already circulated, the first continuous assessment tests need to be done by 30th November 2020. So that deadline is very important for you to ensure you are available for those continuous assessment tests. They are popularly known as CATs. CATs. When you hear of a CAT, that is a short form of continuous assessment tests. The second continuous assessment tests are scheduled to take place between 1st to 5th February 2021. So please remember to look at that schedule and confirm and be sure that you are available when those continuous assessment tests are being administered. Again, this schedule has been circulated. It is on the website. You can see it. Now, there is another aspect that is very important for you to know, and this one has to do with the calling off semester or deferment of studies. Is it possible for you to call off a semester, especially if you have valid reasons to do so? A student who is not able to be in session due to a valid reason or a compelling reason, such as inability to pay fees or cater for his upkeep, bereavement, sickness, or any other reason, can make a request to the registrar academic to call off the semester. Okay? And you can also defer. Defer is where you request to be away for more than a semester. But again, this deferment is restricted only to 2 years. You cannot defer studies for more than 2 years. So you are at liberty when you have compelling reasons not to be in session, you can call off the semester or defer your studies, but not exceeding 2 years. But there is also a condition that you must fulfill, especially if you have already paid fees and registered for units for a semester. You are only allowed to call off semester within 2 weeks from the deadline of units registration. Once you register units, you can only call off semester and it can be granted after 2 weeks following the deadline of units registration. And for approval to be given, students, it is important for you to attach some evidence. Don't just write a letter. If you are unwell, if you are sick, provide some documentary evidence to confirm that you are unwell, hospital documents, and so forth. If you are bereaved, relevant documents can be attached so that it becomes easier for the registrar's office to make a decision. Now, the DVC said something briefly about change of course of program. I think this one we have explained. If you wish to change your program and you are a COOP students, please use the online application form that is already on the website. Do the application, the analysis will be done, and we want to caution, allow me to caution, application does not mean approval. When you apply for that transfer, you do not transfer yourself until approval is given. And as already mentioned earlier, approval is based on 2 criteria. One, that you meet the cutoff points, and number 2, that there is capacity for your admission in the program where you wish to join. So we are cautioning that after application, do not assume that you have already been given approval to change until we communicate. We have set the deadline of 19th this month when we shall be communicating the decision on those who will have been given approval to transfer, as well as those who will not have qualified for the transfer. So please, if you wish to do that, just do the application using the online form. Now, the question about postgraduate and self-sponsored students, is it possible for them to change program? Yes. You can do so again by writing, these ones you can just write, by writing to the registrar academic, and approval will be granted depending on whether you meet the requirements for the program you wish to transfer to or not. So you are also at liberty for those, the self-sponsored students and the postgraduate students who wish to apply for that change. They can do so by writing to the registrar. I'm almost concluding my remarks, but before I do so, may I highlight the key support offices that may help you in your matters of academics. There are several offices, especially because programs are developed at the departments. Therefore, the chairman of department is very important. He is the academic head of your program, and in case you have any issues academic, the chairman of department will be a very important person to consult. If you check on the website, you are able to see the various departments, where you belong, and the contacts of the department, so that you are able to communicate with the chairman of department. There is also a person or teaching staff who is assigned to your group, the academic advisor. These are members of teaching staff appointed by the chairman of department to guide and monitor your studies. Again, liaise with your various chairmen of departments to get information as to who your academic advisor is, so that if you have any issues, challenges, they can be sorted out by that particular academic advisor. There is also the departmental examinations coordinator. This one, of course, is the head of examinations who works under the chairman of department and handles any issues relating to examinations. Again, as you log on to the website, identify your department, also try to find out who the examinations coordinator is to sort out any issues to do with exams. The dean of the school is the head of several departments that offer related programs. The deans will be talking to you, and once you follow that channel, the dean will be the next senior person to assist you, and if the dean has not assisted, you can escalate your issues to the registrar academic and subsequently to the DVC academic. Their contacts are all on the website. Please access them. I think the DVC has talked about adherence to university rules and regulations. I'll not repeat. Lecture attendance is mandatory, as he has indicated, and if for any reason you are not able to attend all lectures, the rule requires that it must be at least 2/3 of all the lectures within the semester. And if you do not attend at least 2/3, then you risk being locked out of the examinations for that particular semester. Examinations, rules to do with examinations, those are very important. Please understand what kind of actions, constitute examination irregularities. They are clearly highlighted in the student's handbook. So familiarize yourself with those irregularities so that you can keep away from them. Now, as I wind up, I wish to just share a few pieces of advice. One, as a new student in KU, please take full advantage of the opportunity you have been accorded to study at KU and ensure that you excel in your studies. Try as much as possible to manage your time well. Do not waste your time on irrelevant activities. Remember to choose friends wisely. Limit your association to those who can positively influence you and contribute to achieving your goals as a student at KU. As the Vice Chancellor said, maintain the good image and name of KU and make your contribution to making KU a better place. So thank you very much for listening to me, and allow me to conclude by wishing you a fruitful stay as a student at KU. Thank you very much. I think we can now take some questions from you. I can see Alex Rono has asked a question. How can I change my course now after registration now? I think we have already handled this, Alex. The information is on the website. There is an online on the website. Log on to the website, click on the form, fill the form, and submit it. The analysis will be done and feedback will be given. There is Ellie Tom, where I can find the numbers for assistance. The contacts of various offices have been uploaded on the website, especially when you look at the registration page for the first year students. That page is very key. Log on to that page, you'll be able to access whatever contacts that you'll need, and you are able to call anytime. Victor Ngala, I experienced problem while logging to the student portal. Again, if you are experiencing any problems logging on to the student portal, you can still call. The contacts are there on the website. Please call any number. You'll be guided. Nyando Bari, shall we be given the bundles for online learning? I have Dr. George Onyango here, who has been assisting us in coordinating and making preparations for the online teaching. He is the Dean, Digital School of Open Learning. He is here. He can respond to that question briefly.
Uh, Thank you, Registrar. That's a very important question. And the university is working with the service provider like Safaricom, which should be able to give students discounted rates of about 10 GB for every month, paid at only 500 shillings. So we are working around that, and students will be informed in due course. Thank you, Registrar.
Thank you. That is the position. There is a Duncan Moya. Hello. I can register myself online. Every time I try to register, I'm told my registration number is invalid. Again, Duncan, the best thing that you can do now is to access the contacts that are already on the website. Please access them. There are many. Call any number. You'll be guided on how your problem can be resolved, especially the admissions section, the contacts for the admission section. Check on the website, they are there. Call any number, you'll be guided. Edwin Deritu, how are self-sponsored students be able to know their reporting dates? Edwin, all students, government-sponsored, self-sponsored, started registering online registration on 5th. We are moving together, both government-sponsored and self-sponsored students, all of you. This orientation is also meant for all of you. The activities that will follow before we start online classes are meant for both self-sponsored and government-sponsored students. And then there is a schedule on the website. Any other question? Any other question? Students, it looks like there are no more questions. Are they there? So there are no more questions from our students. There is one trying to call. Students, we are here to ensure that we allay and address any issues, any challenges that you have, because we know you are still new, you don't know how we operate, you don't know how we do things at the university. We are here to listen to you, engage you, and respond to your questions. So apparently, our students don't have any more questions. We want to thank them for being patient and listening to us. We thank you very much. We know as you commence your study at KU, your studies at KU, you will be well informed of what is expected of you, so that at the end of 4 years or so, you will complete your studies successfully. Thank you very much. I'm delighted to have had this interaction with you. Thank you. Our dear students, please continue staying tuned. The program is still running. I think the Secretariat is going to project the program for today, and I think it is now projected. That is the program for today. It is also on the website. The next sessions are going to be handled by the deans of schools. Your school, as a student, is clearly indicated in the letter of admission. So look at your letter of admission, look at that program, identify when your dean will be addressing your school, and that is the session that you should attend. I think if there is an online link, you click and then you join the session being addressed by your dean. So acquaint yourself with that program, the schedule, and ensure that you attend your dean's session. So the next session is for the deans to engage with you. Thank you.
Registrar, for bringing this to a close. A few more questions are still coming. Online registration, is it closed? No, online registration is still on. Please keep on registering because registration goes by payment of fees. So keep going. Online exams. Yeah. Please kindly inform those who have not registered to keep registering because our registration portal is still open. From here onwards, we are going to move to the next stage. Is online registration closed? I said no, online registration is still on. Please keep on registering. And if there are those who are still struggling to register, be our ambassadors, talk to the other students, post on our Facebook, like our pages, and that will be very great. The other thing we're encouraging is, I saw a question about exams. Exams won't be done online. The DVC, the registrar, stressed the fact that this is blended learning. So you will be coming in session in January where you'll have some time, and then after that, you'll be able to sit for your exams. So keep working hard. We look forward to receiving you face-to-face in January. But for the time being, please work with us as we go through this journey. Enjoy your time in the dean's meetings. Please try as much as possible to attend as many meetings as possible. That will be very beneficial to you as a person. Thank you and God bless you all. There are lots of our contacts on the platform. Actually, the website is our communication page, including the social media. Please check those ones as much as possible. You will not miss to get any information. And as you do that, we'll be glad to take any questions. Call us on those numbers indicated on the homepage of Kenyatta University. Post on social media. We'll pick up your comments. God bless you all. Wave to each other as we bring this to a close. It was great having you. I can see excitement all over. God bless you all. We're excited to have you as a team in Kenyatta University. Be our great ambassadors as we keep working together this journey. Please log off. Say hi to each other. I was excited to see guys posting their numbers to say they want to link up with their course mates. That is the best way to go. Under these circumstances, I believe this is the best way to go. Keep journeying this work, and we'll work with you as you go through Kenyatta University. God bless you all. Thank you, and see you in the dean's meetings.
warisheba. Modimo, modimo, oh oh modimo, warisheba. Hari samaya, hari rapela. Modimo, warisheba. Hari samaya, hari rapela.
They say when life hands you a lemon, you can go ahead and make lemonade and enjoy yourself. But what do you do when even the bitter lemon is taken away or not given to you? This is the story of thousands of youths whose cry has been a painful one for most of their lives. A story of lack, a lonely story, a sad and deep struggle to make it to another day with fleeting dreams cast in doubt of ever realizing their full potential. Born in different parts of the country, the stories of Silas Madingu, Prosperity Kennedy, and Amos Odhiambo is full of tribulations, struggles, and a determined will to live a better life and find education amidst poverty and lack.
My name is Amos Odhiambo Nyango. I grew up in this county, Migori County that is. I lost my parents 11 years ago, being that I'm the only child.
I am Prosperity Kennedy. I am a born-again Christian, and I am a Kenyatta University student, now going to 4th year. When I was born, I found myself under the care of my lovely grandmother. I knew that she was my mother, and then she took me to school and to a level of class 8 when she became ill and then passed away. And it was very unfortunate that during her funeral, the brothers to my father said that we will stand with this boy, we will educate him to the level that he wants. And it was really unfortunate that immediately after the funeral, everyone dispersed. I had to go to a street in Sega. Sega is there in Siaya.
My name is Silas Madingu. I come from Siaya. I lost my dad when I was in class 2. That is in 1997. And 3 years later, I lost my mom in class 5. So staying an orphanage life wasn't easy. But one thing I believe is I stayed with through the help of well-wishers and people who could support. I stayed with a stepmother, and I started going to school from class 1 to class 5 in the same school my mom left me while studying in. Then later, because staying there was very uneasy, so I decided to search for another alternative, probably because I was really suffering where I was staying.
Had to fetch water from the river that is just behind you. It became so challenging because nobody was willing to help. I had nobody to turn to. I had relatives who never cared. Some were just drunkards. They never knew about education. Fortunately enough, I found someone, and he agreed to pay my fee for term 1 at St. Joseph's School, Rapogi. So I hustled other things. Every material that I went with the Rapogi was second hand, including the uniform that I had.
I had already done the class 8. I was now waiting for the result. So what I did, I asked somebody to help with the phone so that I may ask for my result. In fact, he laughed at me because he saw that this is a street boy. How can you go say that you're waiting for the result? And I told him that I know my index number. You just ask for me. And then when he asked, my result came 354. And it was very unfortunate that nobody was there to take me to school.
What people don't understand when you are an orphan, probably even if you're staying, most guardians don't understand that you're a special child. There's something that you're lacking. You might think that you're being treated, you're treating someone you're staying with as an orphan well, but at the end of it all, they feel like they're lacking something because we were facing child labor. I can say, like, we are working, you go to, to Shamba, you come back, fetching water, then you go to school. Remember having gone to a Shamba, then you go to school. You reach there and you start sleeping because you're tired already.
This is where I used to sleep. And my friend used to sleep the other side. Now we used to light fire here so that we get at least some warmth. And there is also another warmth that was coming from the tarmac. We could rest here, we could chat. Then when it comes during the daytime, we could go back to our business of fetching water and selling to people.
As an orphan, when struggling, you have two choices. Number one, when you have parents, they keep on reminding you not to disappoint them. And when you have parents, they keep on telling you that they believe in you. Us, we had people like, you find like sometimes you just want parental guidance. Somebody could talk to you because the world is just before you. You feel sometimes that you should get into funny characters like being into criminal life because after all, you don't see, the meaning of being good.
In fact, when they left me, it was very sad to me. It was very painful. And I could not bear it. It was very painful at my end. In fact, it reached a level that I was thinking of taking my life. It was so sad. Knowing that you have brothers to your father, and then by the end of the day, they dump you. It was so sad and so painful.
Amidst all this, the much-needed help came to these young men through a vision long held by Kenyatta University: sensitivity and responsiveness to societal needs and the right of every person to knowledge.
This weekend, that is 22nd to the 3rd, we are going to have a golf tournament. And this is courtesy of very many friends of ours. And the issue here is Kenyatta University want to support students who come here. They are very bright, but they cannot continue because they have financial challenges. Currently, we have about 70,000 students. And among the 70, we have about 3,000 who we have to assist. The foundation has been doing very well, but of course, the number of the vulnerable students is increasing by the year.
With thousands of able students unable to raise money for their education, there has been a tremendous increase in students seeking financial assistance from Kenyatta University.
Every year we are aware that the university offers about 100 scholarships, but only 100 scholarships from 3,000 needy cases is just minuscule.
One of my customers again came with a newspaper. And he told me that, are you aware that Kenyatta University is offering scholarship for orphans and vulnerable students? The requirement was C+ and above. I was very optimistic that at least this time God will not abandon me.
Jamaa ameteseka kwanza nimjue, nilikuwa nambeba na waru na pikipiki.
I used to pray and I used to tell God that, God, you know my situation and all I want is to go to university. So I am trusting in you.
Realizing this need, the university set out to establish a fund that would help alleviate the suffering of these students and thousands more in Kenya. Thus, in December 2008, Kenyatta University launched the Orphan and Vulnerable Students Fund.
This is a fund that was created after the establishment of this office, when the then Vice Chancellor realized that there were many students who needed help paying their fees. So she first of all established the office, which is the Financial Aid Office, and the fund, this office was therefore to run the fund, to administer and so on.
The university's main aims are to empower orphans and vulnerable students by enabling them to acquire higher education through financial support, establish deliberate strategies that will enable women acquire higher education so they can be role models for other women in society, support education of students with various forms of disability in order to make them self-reliant and useful members of society. These vulnerable students can be divided into categories based on those with inability to meet the cost of education and upkeep due to extreme poverty, those with various forms of disability and hence discriminated against by families, those facing discrimination on the basis of gender due to cultural aspects, and those orphaned due to HIV/AIDS or natural calamities.
To school, I'm sent home because of fee. Getting 1,000 was very difficult, and I struggled when people are being chased. I'm going back to school. When the situation has normalized, I come back.
Taking on such a huge responsibility meant that smart and workable strategies had to be put in place to ensure the project's success. Thus, in February 2009, the Financial Aid Office was established to ensure the smooth running of OVS and to oversee the operations of the fund.
The Kenyatta University Foundation is the philanthropic arm of the university. What this means is that we support the university in marshalling resources so that we can support different programs within the university.
Orphans and Vulnerable Students Fund Board oversees the selection of recipients and administration of the scholarships fund so as to ensure accountability and transparency. Through the Financial Aid Office, Kenyatta University aims at increasing the number of vulnerable students receiving financial support to successfully complete their higher education.
You can see these amounts are not enough. Some of these students, like this one, is a self-sponsored student. They've only got 14,517. So there's an amount that is, to be paid. This one is another one. They've got 14. If you go down, the amounts are reducing. This one has only got 11. After that, we are already into 9.
This board is also tasked with mobilizing funds for the scholarships.
Philanthropy is crowded. You have to compete, you have to call out, you have to reach out to people and convince them that they can support. And we are here saying, come and join us, because this is a noble cause. For a student to come to university and drop out is a tragedy. And the way the university can support is by having efforts like the one we're having for the golf tournament.
Since its inception, the university, through the Financial Aid Office, has awarded more than 438 scholarships to needy students. About 335 of these have graduated with various degrees. It is also imperative to note that in the 2013-2014 academic year, the university entered into a collaborative venture with the Higher Education Loans Board. In this regard, Kenyatta University gives a grant which is non-refundable in every first semester of an academic year, whereas HELP gives a loan that is repayable upon a successful completion of studies.
For some of them, it is small amounts just to top up, because by this time, they have received something from HELP, they have received something from us, so they still need some upkeep. So that's when they come for the 2,500.
Every year, a total of 80 full scholarships are awarded within the initiative of HELP and KU scholarships. Suffice to say, this has been great progress, but much still needs to be done.
For me, I'm very grateful, and may they keep up with that spirit to help other needy students, because there are many. I was one of them, and life did not favor me out there. There are many who need to get this scholarship. There are many who need to achieve their dreams of pursuing higher education, just like me.
If not for that scholarship program, probably I would have been rotting in the village. I would have been rotting in the village, because university, as much as it doesn't give you a job, but it gives you hope. You meet people from different backgrounds, and you share your dreams, you share your ambitions, and you come out more stronger. So university has given me a chance to believe in myself. And that's why I always say that if not for OVS, probably I would have not been where I am today.
Every year sees an increase in orphans and vulnerable students who depend on the goodwill of well-wishers and other like-minded individuals and institutions that are willing to stand in the gap for them.
This is where I used to sleep.
The need to build a larger kitty to increase the scholarships to cater to this group of youth who form an integral part of our society cannot be gainsaid. As these lives and many more get a chance at a bright future, Kenyatta University's philosophy statement of sensitivity and responsiveness to societal needs and the right of every person to knowledge is fulfilled. And as part of this society, we invite you to be part of this noble cause. Educate a student, change a life, and make your society better.
Hello, everyone. My name is Professor Bernard Njehia, the Dean, School of Agriculture and Enterprise Development. Karibuni sana. The School of Agriculture is one of the youngest schools in the university. It was started in the year 2007, and right now we have run for about 12 years and graduated so many students from our programs. The School of Agriculture aims at training professionals in agriculture. We have covered all the areas from animal sciences to plant sciences and agribusiness. Currently, we have 3 departments. The Department of Agricultural Economics, which is headed by the chairman, Dr. Ibrahim Masharia. We have the Department of Agricultural Science and Technology, headed by Dr. Joseph Gwei, and the Department of Animal Sciences, which is headed by Dr. Lucy Kamau. We have been running agriculture programs since 2010, when we admitted our first students, and we have been operating at the main campus. We are located at Twin Towers, second block. On the second floor, we'll get the office of the Dean of the school. The departments of Agricultural Science and Technology and Agribusiness Management are located at the 3rd floor of Block B, Twin Towers. The Department of Animal Sciences is located at the old library block, and across the university, that's where our laboratories are placed. Since 2018, out of analysis of the potential to teach agriculture and train students, Kenyatta University decided to use the high potential at the Kitui campus, which has 570 acres. And therefore, the School of Agriculture will be moving to Kitui campus. In this school, we have undergraduate programs, 7 undergraduate programs specifically. We have 7 master's programs and PhD programs that are spread across all the 3 departments. Currently, our population stands at around 1,500. Close to 1/3 of the population of students are postgraduate students within the school. Now, in the 3 departments, we have various degree programs. In the Department of Agricultural Science and Technology, we have about 5 programs. BSc in Agriculture, BSc in Plant Nutrition. The Department of Agricultural Economics, we have 1 program that is the Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness Management and Trade. In the Department of Animal Sciences, we have 1 undergraduate program, which is Bachelor of Science in Animal Health and Management. And in the Department of Agricultural Science and Technology, we have 5 programs, 1 in Agricultural Education and Extension, Bachelors of Agriculture, Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Resource Management, and 1 Bachelor in Dryland Agriculture, and the last one is Crop Protection. So those are the 3 programs that the 5 programs that we have in AST department. Within this school, we will be training you and orient you and give you all the support to be professionals in agriculture. We'll train you in enterprise development. And our point of emphasis is that this is one of the growing industries and careers in the economy. Kenya is basically an agricultural country, and therefore we are playing our role to train professionals to support the policies of the government, and especially the President's current 4 pillars in food production and to be self-sufficient. And more than that, we play a big role in training our staff or our students in enterprise development. We would want to move our agriculture from subsistence to commercial status. Agriculture has to be undertaken as business. So this is very important for us, and we put a lot of emphasis on that. On the other hand, this school collaborates with a lot of stakeholders. We are in touch with various stakeholders like the farmers. We give them extension. We train them. We offer short-term courses to the farmers. And we also link with the industry and our potential employers. As students of agriculture, we are well endowed with the resources to give you full-time and high-quality training. We have adequate laboratories for all your practicals. We have farms in which you'll be doing your practicals. And this school is well endowed with well-trained staff. Currently, we have about 36 members of staff, and By last year, we had 100% PhD holders within the school, but it is necessary that we recruit more staff for development and who will support the programs as we go on. So we have recruited some. This is a school where you have the potential of training yourself to be a professional in various areas. People who are trained in agriculture, whether in animal production, in agricultural technology or agribusiness, can play an important role in driving this economy. We will train you to be professionals, for example, agricultural managers, farm managers, agricultural researchers, livestock specialists. We'll also be talking about the traders and those who lobby for the various groups in agriculture. We are proud as a school to have produced some eminent people who are playing important roles in this economy. We welcome you and promise to give you all support so that you will develop your talents in agriculture.
My name is Professor Margaret Keraka, the Dean, School of Public Health and Applied Human Sciences at Kenyatta University. I take this opportunity to welcome you to Kenyatta University and congratulations for joining this world-class university. You made the right choice to join this university. As you continue learning from home using various online modes, I hope that you are observing the Ministry of Health guidelines for COVID-19, especially keeping high levels of hygiene, wearing of masks, and social distancing. Our school is located at the 844 building, second floor, room 117. The academic and administrative head of the school is the dean. The dean oversees teaching and learning in various departments within the school. The departments are run by the heads of departments. The school has 2 administrators whom you may contact in case you have administrative issues to be sorted. In the school, we have 6 departments headed by chairs of departments. The departments are as follows. Department of Health Management and Informatics, headed by Dr. Kenneth Rucha. Department of Community Health and Epidemiology, headed by Dr. Chastas Osero. Department of Nutrition and Dietetics, headed by Dr. Dorcas Mbithe. Department of Environmental and Occupational Health, headed by Dr. Daniel Akunga. Department of Population, Reproductive Health, and Community Resource Management, headed by Dr. Jane Keiru. Department of Physical Education and Sports Science, headed by Francis Mwangi. We also have various programs which we offer in the school. We offer programs at various levels, at the diploma level, at the postgraduate level, bachelor's level, master's, and PhD. In the bachelor, in the diploma level, we have the program of nutrition and health, which takes a duration of 2 years. For the postgraduate diploma program, we usually offer it for 1 year, and we have 2 programs offered at postgraduate diploma level. One is postgraduate diploma in food, nutrition, and dietetics. We also have a postgraduate diploma in physical education. Under the bachelor's programs, we have various Bachelor of Science programs. all our bachelor's degrees take 4 years. Some of the programs we have under this category include Bachelor of Science in Community Health, Bachelor of Science I stop? Oh, all right. So I'm saying we have various bachelor's degree programs, all of them that are offered in a duration of 4 years. These include Bachelor of Science in Community Health, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Health, Bachelor of Science in Health Promotion, Bachelor of Science in Population Health, Bachelor of Science in Occupational Health and Safety, Bachelor of Science in Health Services Management, Bachelor of Science in Health Records Information and Management, Bachelor of Science Physical Education and Sports Science, Bachelor of Science Foods and Dietetics, Bachelor of Science in Community Resource Management, and Bachelor of Science Exercise and Sports Science. There are also several master's degree courses that are offered in the School of Public Health and Applied Human Sciences. And all these programs are offered in a duration of 2 years. The master's degree programs include MPH, Epidemiology and Disease Control, MPH, Monitoring and Evaluation, MPH, Reproductive Health, MSc, Health Management, MSc, Health Information Management, MSc, Public Health Systems Management and Application, MSc, Community Resource Management, MSc, Exercise and Sports Science, MSc, Physical Education, MSc, Food, Nutrition and Dietetics, MSc, Occupational Health and Safety, MSc, Environmental Health, and MSc, Water Supply and Sanitation. So we have quite a number of programs which, when you complete your undergraduate degree course, then you may decide to join one of them in our university. In our PhD program, we have also a number of PhD courses that we offer, and all of them take a duration of 3 years. These include PhD in Public Health, PhD in Environmental Health, PhD in Health Information Management, PhD in Public Health, Reproductive Health, PhD in Community Resource Management, PhD in Food, Nutrition and Dietetics, PhD in Exercise and Sports Science, PhD in Physical Education, PhD in Health Management, and PhD in Occupational Health and Safety. And all these programs attract both local and international students. Our programs are very, very marketable, and so as you undertake your undergraduate program, the sky is the limit for you. You may join any one of those master's programs, and also you can proceed on to the PhD programs. Now, regarding the teaching staff and technical staff that we have in the school has qualified teaching and technical staff. There are 78 full-time staff at the school, and we also engage part-time lecturers when need arises. The school has adequate technical staff to support students, particularly when undertaking their practicals and conducting their field studies. Contacts of the key officers in the school whom you may reach out in case you have issues include Mr. Johnson Mugo, whose telephone number is 0720984582. I repeat, Mr. Johnson Mugo, telephone number 0720984582. We also have another administrative staff who can assist. that is Mrs. Mudhoni Ngai, whose telephone number is 0727346189. I repeat, Mudhoni Ngai, telephone number 0727346189. So in case you have an administrative issue regarding your transcripts, regarding your resource slips, regarding recommendation letters, this will give you guidance on how to get those documents. Now, in the school, we also have units that we call core, and we also have what we call electives. Now, for the core units, you realize that all units for our programs in our school are compulsory. So you have to do all the units which are there unless specified by some of the departments. Otherwise, all the units are compulsory. So find out which units you are supposed to be doing in the departments and register relevant units and ensure that you complete all the units before you can be considered for graduation. We have also university common units, and we also have school common units. In your course, you will be required to do university and school common units. Information on which unit will be done as school or university common unit will be obtained from the department where you belong. So you need to find out which university common units are taken in your program and which ones are taken, which school common units are taken in your program. You get this information from the department where you belong. Now, in terms of conduct, we expect you to observe recommended conduct while you are a student at Kenyatta University. One of them is to attend lectures. Attendance of lecturers is mandatory. If you don't attend 2/3 of the lectures, then you are not going to be allowed to sit for the examinations. So you have to ensure that you schedule your work, you balance your work well, and attend all the lectures for you to be able to satisfy the requirement for the award of the degree that you are going to pursue. Abuse of drugs is also prohibited. As you undertake these studies in Kenyatta University, if you are caught, abusing drugs, and of course, which may lead you into trouble, this you will be expected to face the full force of law if you will be caught abusing drugs while at Kenyatta University. So please restrain yourself from engaging in practices that may be termed as abusing drugs, because these also have repercussions in terms of how then you are going to, the type of life that you are going to lead at Kenyatta University. You are expected to avoid any practice associated with cheating of examinations. Prepare for your examinations well to avoid cheating in these examinations, because once you are caught cheating, you are going to be discontinued from the university. So you may have spent like 3 years, 4 years, but at the end of it all, you are discontinued just because you are caught in one examination where you are cheating. So that is, a practice which you need to ensure that, you don't practice or you don't, really engage in. Another area that you need to observe is that you are required to observe deadlines, particularly those related to registration of courses and examination deadlines. If you don't register your units before deadline, you will be expected to take off a semester. So you might not be allowed to sit for an exam or continue with the study. So observe deadlines, deadlines related to payment of fees, deadline related to registration of courses. That is very, very critical. Be checking out, on memos, which you'll be getting from time to time on your emails, so that, you are very clear in terms of what you are expected to do at any given time during, your stay as you undertake your studies at Kenyatta University. Now, you are also expected to form WhatsApp groups because this will assist in terms of easing communication and participating in university activities, so that you are very clear in terms of how lectures have been scheduled, so that you don't find yourself missing out lectures because you don't know whether schedules may have changed. So WhatsApp groups are very, very necessary, because anytime you want to know what's happening in your group, in your course, then this is what gives you an update. So please take this very, very seriously. Having said all that, I wish you all the best in your stay at Kenyatta University as you pursue the course that you have chosen to study. All the best, work very hard. Let's continue interacting as we move on within that period when you will be here in Kenyatta University. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Thank you.
Greetings, our new students. My name is Dr. Peter K. Kamau, the Dean, School of Architecture and the Built Environment. The School of Architecture and the Built Environment is in its 4th year of existence. It began in the year 2016, and it is located on the main campus of Kenyatta University in the International Languages and Culture Center since 2019. Previously, it was operating at Royal Campus, but moved on to the main campus from 2019. The school has 3 programs in architecture, in urban and regional planning, and in construction and real estates. The programs expect to have their first graduates this academic year. In terms of the degrees that we offer in this school, you'll find that all the degrees in the programs are professional programs, and you are expected to have a lot of keenness in your studies. I would urge you to ensure that you pay attention to the requirements of the professions that you have chosen to join. I congratulate you for your performance in your exams, which earned you these prestigious posting to the programs that you are joining. I would like to talk a bit more about the nexus between the programs in this school. And what you find is that the program on architecture, the program on planning, the program on construction and real estates are referred to as programs of the built environment. Why is it so? It is because when we are doing building, when we are designing buildings, when we are designing cities, we have to think about where. Where, in terms of what plans do we need to have to ensure that we come up with a settlement. What, in those settlements, what kind of structures, what kind of buildings, what kind of transportation networks will exist in those settlements. And that is the area that planning tries to focus in. So in the built environment, the planner will come or will be coming first. And those of you who are joining the program on planning will be concerning yourselves with how do we plan our future settlements. And even in those existing settlements, how can we make them better by planning better spaces for those people living within those areas. And then you have the architect. The architect is a person who deals with the specific requirements for living space and spaces to do many human activities, including production, including commerce, including even transport. So the architect is concerned with the art of not only knowing how to design the space that is convenient for living, but also in terms of where and in which location. Once the designing of the building by the architect has been done, then you need to construct. That is why we have you who has come to do construction management. So the construction managers are concerned about once the buildings have been designed, once the engineers have done their structures, plans, then putting everything together is the work of you, the construction management specialist. And finally, you have the real estate specialization. Real estate concerns itself with the how of bringing about that built environment in terms of mobilization of resources, in terms of management of those resources, in terms of management of the facility once it's put up. How will that building or those buildings be managed into the future for the convenience of people? I would like to talk a bit about examinations. The way we conduct our exams are that we ensure that we have a system whereby if you are not able to make it through the first exam, you are given an opportunity through supplementary examinations. And we urge you, I would urge you as your dean, to ensure that at every level you are able to finalize your courses so that you don't carry over supplementary exams to succeeding levels, because that would have a negative impact on your possibility of graduating at the end of your course. And the other thing I would really like to talk about is the school common units, because those are coordinated more or less. These are programs that you are going to take at the school level. We also have what we refer to as the university common units. If I could first of all talk about the university common units, it is very, very important that you do your university common units, you ensure that you complete them. And after that, that will be in the first and second year. You are at every level, first, second, third, and fourth year, and for the architects, the fifth and the sixth year, you have the common courses. The common courses will usually go for the 4 years, not actually the fourth and the fifth and the sixth year. And for those courses, you are expected to also pass in them. They are compulsory and they must be passed. So for these programs that we have in this school, all the courses are more or less compulsory and they must be passed. If you are not able to pass at one stage, you are given a supplementary exam, and the supplementary exams are usually given for you are given three trials, after which you are either discontinued or asked to take an year off. The issue of student governance. Once you join us as a community of scholars, you have your student affairs, and as students, you are allowed to choose your representatives. This is a process that usually happens every academic year, and you will be expected to have representation through your congress persons, and at the school level, we have a school congress person who articulates the interests of the students. What I would like to talk about is the associations at the departmental level. In the Department of Urban and Regional Planning, we have the KU Students Spatial Planners Association. At architecture, we have the Architectural Students Association, ASA. In construction and real estate, we have the Association for Construction Managers and the Association for the Real Estate Managers. These associations help you to join or to link up with the professional organizations out there, and we coordinate them at the school level together with the administration office of the school, and ensure that we have activities that happen. And on activities, I would like to mention that at the school level, we are given opportunity during the Culture Week. The university conducts what we refer to as the Culture Week, and the students, you as a student, you are given opportunities through the school to be able to present your work either as an architect, either as a construction manager, a real estate manager, or a planner. So there are various and diverse student activities within the university to cater for you as a student. There are also other organizations, faith-based, they are also interest-based, that you'll find within the university. So what I am urging you students is to be engaged as you join the university. Find your niche, ensure that you have time both for academics, both for your personal life, both and that will enable you to grow as a student of Kenyatta University. The other issue that I would really like to talk about is the way our students, or our expectations of our students, and the type, the nature of the studies in the built environment, planning, architecture, construction, and real estate. You'll find that it is very, very intensive, very intensive. You'll conduct studios and field work, and you'll write research papers as you progress in your studies. So, as a dean, what I would like to urge you is first, especially when you're in the first year, second year, third year, as you get to learn about university life and about your courses, which are professional courses, you should seek to focus. How do you do that? It is by ensuring that for residents, I would recommend you to seek residence within the university facilities, especially for you new students. Seek residence within the university, because the reason why I'm saying that is because you spend a lot of time in your studios. You do a lot of planning work. You do a lot of architectural work. You do a lot of construction work in the workshops, in the fields, within the university. Kenyatta University has a wide compound. So there are a lot of activities. Even your academic, many academic activities that you engage in will be in the field. In surveying, for instance, you'll be working out there. So to enable you have adequate time, I'm urging you to seek residence within the university facilities. This will allow you adequate time to come to the lecture theaters and the studios without having to look for, for transport, public transport. It will also allow you time to stay on long hours. You'll also have, the facilities within the university. You'll be able to enjoy the facilities within the university, both catering and even recreational facilities. So I'm urging you to seek residence within the university. And that one, I would really insist and recommend, especially for the first and second year. And this is from our past experience and for your own good to enable you to focus on this very, very critical point of time in your life. So I think with that said, I would like to mention or to introduce the chairman of departments within the School of Architecture and the Built Environment.
Welcome to the Department of Architecture and Interior Design and the Kenyatta University community. My name is Franklin Mwango, an architect and urban designer, and I am the current chair of the Department of Architecture and Interior Design. Welcome, you're welcome into a very exciting profession. Architecture is about designing and constructing of buildings in which you do both the art and the science of it. Architecture, as you enter as an architect, what you're going to do in the first 4 years, you're going to be graduating as a Bachelor of Architectural Studies student or graduate. After 4 years, you'll not be able to graduate, to be registered as an architect. However, you can work under registered architects or under any of the professions within the built environment in terms of your career. If you want to become a registered architect, you will have to continue into year 5 and year 6, after which you do the registration examinations and get registered. Architecture is about collaboration. An architect collaborates with quite a number of professionals within the built environment because you cannot start designing without building approvals, which are approved by the spatial planners. They do it in a bigger way. Then after that, after you do your design, you have to pass it to the construction managers to manage the construction of the building. And thereafter, that building is managed by real estate managers who market it for you, among other things. As you have started into this profession, one of the biggest things I want to remind you is about time management. It's quite involving. It's a technical course in which you have to use your time well. You'll hear a lot about studio. Studio takes about 60%, will take 60% of your next 6 years if you're going for the 6 years. And it weighs 3 times what the other units weigh. That means you need to put all your effort into that. It's a lot of collaboration, as I said before, and because you're mixing arts, science, and also mathematics in it, you have to really be able to work together with your lecturers and your core students to manage it. However, all in all, you are going to learn so much more about architecture, and I welcome you into this department, and you're always free to come to visit the chairman's department, which is located at the second floor of the International Languages and Cultural Center. And very welcome. I'm pleased to meet you soon.
Greetings to you all. My name is Mr. Jackson Kago. I'm an architect planner and the current chair of the Department of Urban and Regional Planning. First is to welcome you all and to congratulate you for making it to the university. The Department of Urban and Regional Planning offers a degree in Bachelor of Science, Urban and Regional Planning, and we also have a diploma course in land surveying. So first, as you join the university, is to urge you to take your studies seriously from the start. Do not underestimate any of the units that you will find in this program, including common courses, the school common units, and the core units in the department. So in this program, the Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning, you will be trained to allocate different land uses on geographical space in such a way that you optimally utilize resources for the current and the future generations. You will be given the necessary skills through theory and practical studio courses that will involve you visiting different spaces within Kenya. It could be urban areas, municipalities in various parts of the country, and also regional, different counties. You may also visit different counties to collect data, which you will use to practically design plans as part of the preparation for this course. So I urge you to take all you need seriously because they count for your degree, and ensure that also you attend all classes. It is mandatory for you to attend all classes before you do exams. I wish you all the best as you go through this course, and when you attend all classes and do all assignments, I assure you that you should not fail exams. Thank you, and all the best. We are located at the International Languages and Cultural Center, second floor, and you're free to visit the office at any time. Should you have any issue, you're welcome. Thank you.
Greetings to our new students. I am Dr. Juliet Gadoni Moiga, and I serve in this department as the chairperson, Department of Construction and Real Estate. Congratulations to you, our first year 2020. I take this opportunity to welcome you to the Department of Construction and Real Estate Management. I serve in this department as the chairperson. In the Department of Construction, we have two programs. One of the programs is Bachelor of Science in Construction Management. In this program, we take you through the process of constructing a building or other civil structures. And for that, you are exposed to units that are related to design so that you appreciate the process of design. You'll also do some mathematics and computer units, also management, so that you can manage the construction process. And by the end, you'll be able to be exposed to methods of research so that you can be able to identify problems in the industry and be able to use the solution after you have been taught to solve those problems. Also, we teach you technologies of constructing the building, and this is where you appreciate the sciences that you did in secondary school, and that's why we emphasize that in this program, you must have passed your sciences, because we apply the sciences to solve the problems that exist in building. The other program is Bachelor of Science in Real Estate. Here we train you to either serve as a property manager. You can also work as a valuer. In valuation, you can value the natural resources, that is things like land. You can also value the built structures, and that's why you also here get exposed to some technology courses so that you can be able to understand the built structures for you to value. Also, you can work as an estate agency. In both programs, we take 4 years to finish. The other thing that I would like to mention to you is in your academic life here as a student, you can join professional bodies. They accept registration for students. At the moment, we have the Construction Management Association of Kenya, We have our students registering in that association. We also have others like Institute of Project Managers of Kenya. They also come to register our students for membership, and you are free to join any. Also, for those in real estate, they can join Institute of Surveyors of Kenya. Also, I would like to really congratulate you for this once again, because these are very competitive courses when you finish. But for you to finish, you have to be disciplined as a student, and you also have to work hard. Because there are two things that I would like to warn you about, is that in this academic train, you can alight before you get to your destination, and that is if you become indisciplined in the university, you can be disqualified, and also if you fail your academic work. Also, I would like to emphasize that you should be able to work well with the others in the department, because at the moment we are ready to work with you, and also you should be ready to work with us. Otherwise, if you have any issue, you are welcome to the department of the chairperson. You'll find me there with my other members of staff, and we are ready to support you and to assist you.
Hello to you, our students, and welcome to Kenyatta University School of Business. It is both an honor and privilege to address you today and welcome you, albeit virtually, to this amazing community of scholars. I know we all wish that circumstances were different, but they are not. Ours is therefore to make the best out of the circumstances which we find ourselves in, which is currently known as the new normal. I can assure each and every one of you that you are here because you deserve to be, and because you can bring together new and exciting to this diverse learning community. While countries are at different points in their COVID-19 infection rates, worldwide, there are currently more than 200 million students in 186 countries affected by the school closure due to the pandemic. This has necessitated institutions of higher learning to devise new ways of learning, which is embedded learning, which also entails the use of the technology. This is a shift from the purely classroom type of learning which we are used to. I have realized that my job as a lecturer and the dean has little to do with teaching content, but a great deal has to do with facilitating opportunities for your growth. Let's be honest, most of the content, definition, theories, models can easily be retrieved in a whopping 5 seconds using the targeted Google search. Equipping you with self-awareness and critical thinking skills that you can carry with you into the real world upon graduation is what actually matters. Meeting that goal, however, hingers upon whether or not you can create an experience, something that significantly alters the way you view the world and ourselves. Traditionally, universities have been problem solvers. They have always sought solutions that eliminate inconveniences and discontent. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought plenty of both to the world, but it may also be leading us to better times. You, the freshmen and ladies of the September 2020, can view this as a unique opportunity to seek out new challenges. This pandemic has changed lifestyles drastically, and discussions regarding life in COVID-19 era are already underway. Your talent and flexibility as youngsters will allow you to create real impact as the world emerges from this crisis. Allow me to provide you with some key information about the school. The School of Business at Kenyatta University is the second largest by student population and the first in postgraduate student population. The school is headed by the Dean, Dr. Paul Sang, who is addressing you now, assisted by Associate Dean, Dr. Rosemary James. We have 3 departments headed by chairpersons, namely Management Science Department, headed by Dr. David Nzuki, Business Administration, headed by Dr. Mary Namsonge, and Accounting and Finance, headed by Dr. Ambrose Jagongo. Because we place a lot of value on the satisfaction of our students and quality of learning, we have a dedicated coordination office responsible for PhD and MBA programs headed by Dr. Samuel Maina. The school offers programs from certificate level to PhD level. Non-degree programs include certificate in monitoring and evaluation, certificate in project management, and diploma in monitoring and evaluation and project management, marketing, human resource management, and business management. We have 2 bachelor's degree programs, Bachelor of Human Resource Management and Bachelor of Commerce, with the following areas of specialization: accounting, actuarial science, entrepreneurship, finance, human resource management, marketing, management science, and procurement and supply chain management. We offer both MSc and MBA with specialization in marketing, management, human resource management, strategic management, entrepreneurship management, human resource management, strategic management, finance, project management, management information system, procurement and supply chain management. At the PhD level, our school offers the following specialization: PhD in accounting, finance, marketing, human resource, strategic management, entrepreneurship management, management science, project management, management information system, actuarial science, and insurance. We are also in the process of commencing new industry tailor-made programs, including Bachelor of Business and IT. The certificate programs take 1 year, diploma take 2 years, bachelor's degree takes 4 years, master's takes 2 years, PhD takes 3 years. There are exceptions for those undertaking bachelor's degree, that is Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Human Resource, because they are given exemptions for the professional courses they have taken elsewhere. These professional courses are CPA, CPS, ACCA, and any other professional courses recognized by the department. Please visit our school website for the specific details on the waivers. You'll also find guidance there on core and elective units to enable you plan your academic work properly. There are also university common units applicable to every undergraduate student in the university. These units have the code UCU. It is also important that you register and undertake them during your stay in the university. The school has over 80 members of staff in all our 7 campuses. We also have 20 technical and administrative staff responsible for the day-to-day running of the school. We have contact details, the email, the phone numbers, and this can be found in our school website. I conclude by offering you some simple advice of how to make the best of your experience here at Kenyatta University, even though virtually. Share your knowledge and skills. Don't keep them to yourself. Challenge yourself and your peers on a daily basis. Embrace one another's passions for a better future. Absorb everything, and above all, have fun. Finally, I want to reiterate that your safety and that of your loved one is of the utmost importance. While keeping that foremost in our thoughts, we can continue to work together, remain determined, and move forward to a better tomorrow as Kenyatta University School of Business Community. Thank you again for staying home and staying safe. God bless you.
Katika maisha ni bora kuwa na mipango kabambe, haswa katika sekta ya kuweka